Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
And before we begin with the program, today's program, a programming note, we have plenty of time to chat with each other. Dominic Carter here with you folks. I'm here with you for the next 2 hours, and we're going to open up the phone lines right now, 800-848-9222, 800-848-9222. I guess us taxpayers, we should consider ourselves lucky. At that daycare in Minnesota, exposed by Nick Shirley, they have corrected the misspelled word. The word learning, they have now corrected it on the awning. So I guess we should consider ourselves lucky. We have a lot to get to, and I'm going to break it down in just a few minutes. I hope you folks are having a wonderful day. And I hope and wish great wishes for you for the new year. We're hard to believe, not far from Mom Donnie being sworn in as the first socialist mayor of New York City. It's incredible, and it's still hard to believe. 800-848-9222. So again, pretty soon, Mom Donnie will be the mayor. And I do want to start with this. I just love this. I saw this posted on social media.
What happened to the free buses? The buses are going up in January? $3? We wanted the free buses. Where'd the free buses go? I thought you were promising us free buses. What happened? We want the free buses. How are all these criminals going to get on the buses and trains for $3? How else are they going to terrorize the citizens of New York?
And how they're going to terrorize the citizens of the city of New York? It's easy to answer that one. Our mayor, our leader, he's going to make it easy for them, impossible for the rest of us. Buckle down, get ready. It's about to start. The Mom Donnie experience. You want them, you got them. The two candidates for mayor, one wouldn't drop out, one's ego humongous. Now we're stuck with Mom Donnie. It is what it is, folks. And about 24 hours, give or take, he's the mayor of New York City. We see all your telephone calls, and I'm going to begin with them in just a moment. But I want to start with this. The battle of the titans as far as social media. So on one side, Hassan Piker, far left, blames America. America deserved 9/11. He went to China, if you listen to Hassan Piker. Then you have on the other side, Nick Shirley, the young man that just exposed the $9 billion corruption in Minnesota. Hassan Piker, and this seems to be the argument from the left, oh, what are you doing storming into a daycare? First of all, Hassan Piker, you don't know what you're talking about. As Nick Shirley says, and he's right, people like you sit around doing nothing as the problems continue. Those of us in journalism that have done something to make a difference, it's not always done in an orthodox way. First of all, he didn't storm into any daycare center. He knocked on the doors. How else would you reveal what was actually going on inside? Nick Shirley did exactly what he's supposed to do. He should win awards for this. And yet, once again, Hassan Piker, you need to put your head in the ground or wherever you put it. Go put the collar back on your dog, the collar that shocked your dog. Remember that one, Hassan Piker? You are an absolute phony. Phony. And that's what the left is doing. Oh, what was he doing knocking on the door of a daycare center? First of all, it wasn't a daycare center if no one's in there. Newsflash. Come on. That's the best you got? How about congratulating Nick Shirley for doing an outstanding job rather than sitting around on the sidelines criticizing this young man? This independent journalist did a great job, and it's kudos to him. And I'll say again, Those of us that have been successful in journalism, you don't always do it the way that society says you have to do it. Sometimes, to be effective, you have to break the rules. Do you know how many times I was told by the United States Secret Service, and this goes back to my Bill Clinton story, at a diner in Queens. The Secret Service told me, do not cross over that line. Do not cross over that line. Do not cross over that line. As soon as the president started walking up, what did I do? I did the exact opposite of what I was instructed to do. The president came up on me. It was a chance that I took. He did a live interview on television with me that went for about 4 minutes. And I just knew I was going to be pounced on and arrested the moment the president walked away. The president said, "Oh, leave him alone," referring to me. The agents were boiling. And as the president walked away, guess what? They were forced to leave me alone. Hassan Piker, go put something in your pipe and smoke it, because clearly you're smoking something that's not good for you. I don't know if it's ganja or whatever, but how dare you criticize this young man, Nick Shirley, that has done an outstanding job, We see all your calls coming in. We'll get to them momentarily. Well, you know what? Let's mix things up today. I'm with you for the next hour and 50 minutes. Let's start with some of your telephone calls, and then we'll get to Nick Shirley in terms of his vehicle was actually followed by some in the Somali community. We'll get to that in just a second. Let's start with Dennis in New Jersey, line 5. Dennis, what's on your mind?
I'm wondering when Tim Walz is going to be indicted.
Well, that's a great question. I hope that he's indicted, but I'm going to say what I always say. These politicians are very slick. You've got to prove that he knew what was going on and that he did nothing about it. And then it's a question of you got to prove a criminal behavior on the governor's part. That's a very tall order to actually prove, Dennis. But I agree with you that he should be indicted. He shouldn't be running for re-election, and he should have never been Kamala's running mate in the contest for president. Absolutely disgusting. Dennis, I'll give you the final word before I move on.
They should look in his pockets and check his bank book and check all the land that he owns. This guy's a liar, a cheat, and a thief.
I agree with you, Dennis. I agree with you.
If these clowns don't know it, then they should be thrown the fuck out of it.
Whoa. Thank you for the call, Dennis. Let's see here. Let's go to line 2, Isaac in New Jersey. Isaac, what's on your mind?
Yeah, I just want to know what you think about Curtis Lewa going on 710.
Why is that relevant to me? It sounds like you're just trying to issue a promotion for him to get people to listen. Why is that relevant to me?
Used to be friends with him, so I'm just wondering.
Right. Go promote his show somewhere else. Thank you for the call, Isaac. Line 1, Leon in Pennsylvania. What's on your mind, Leon?
Hey, Dominic. Thanks for taking this call. Hey, I appreciate that. Your wife the other night, the other day, that was a good subject. Yeah, very good. And I want to wish you, your wife, John, Matt, Katsamati, and Margot, and all your crew members there, a happy New Year. And this Minnesota deal, they need to hold these people responsible. Not even the governor, the mayor, too. The mayor?
Yes, the Democrat mayor.
Right. They need to get him, too, involved. And another thing with this Letitia James and Comey, this is dragging. They need to get this done, right?
Well, you are correct, Leon, and thank you for the call. And, Leon, you just brought up something. Thank you for the wonderful call. Happy New Year to you and your family. Leon just brought up something, and he shouldn't have done it. Leon shouldn't have done it because I'm about to tee off because I am pissed off as it relates to this. Keith Ellison is the Attorney General in Minnesota, Keith Ellison. When it came to Officer Derek Chauvin, no stone unturned. Keith Ellison was out there every day. The people of Minnesota will get this conviction, blah, 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 blah. In the George Floyd case, remember Derek Chauvin, the police officer that was stabbed almost 30 times in prison? Sent away for George Floyd. For George Floyd, I'm sorry. The video that you saw, America, I know you don't want to hear it, but the truth is that's what his training was. And if you look carefully, his knee was closer to his back than it was to his neck. That crying out that you heard from Mr. Floyd, I don't mean to speak ill of the dead, he was so high that's why he was crying out for his mother. And what about the fact that he had disobeyed the orders of the police numerous times? They tried to put him in the vehicle. He had drugs in his mouth. Oh, nobody wants to talk about George Floyd. He's a saint. He's a saint. He's not a saint. He's not somebody to be looked up to. And Keith Ellison, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, the Democrat Attorney General of Minnesota. So no stones unturned when it comes to ruining Derek Chauvin's life in the George Floyd case. But when it comes to the corruption, when it comes to what's going on with the Somalian community, see no evil, hear no evil, whatever the rest is, right? We're supposed to believe with a straight face that you, Mr. Attorney General, you knew absolutely nothing, nada. But no stones unturned when it came to ruining the life of Derek Chauvin, that police officer that should still be on the beat right now. You see, we don't like to be honest. And based on the trajectory of how Mr. Floyd was living his life, unfortunately, he probably wasn't going to be with us much longer anyway. And then all these settlements for millions of dollars. What was his life worth the day before this incident? Where were those family members? Oh, George. Where were they the day before this incident? You know where they were. Nowhere to be found. They wanted nothing to do with George Floyd. But the moment he died in police custody, ka-ching, the money. Keith Ellison, the district attorney, meaning the attorney general of Minnesota, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You can go after Derek Chauvin, but you can't go after $9 billion in corruption from the Somalian community, the daycare centers, the ambulance services. Oh, children need to be at the daycare centers, even though they're making millions of dollars. And it takes a young independent journalist to do your job. But when it comes to prosecuting the police, you're the best of the best. Mr. Attorney General, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Let's go to, you know what? I was about to go to Jane in New Jersey. We see all of your calls. We're going to get to them. We're going to go to Carla in Rhode Island, Sandra in New Jersey, Chris in Chatham, Dino in Queens. But right now, we've got to take a break. The number to reach us live, 800-848-9222.
The Dominic Carter Show, entertaining and informative on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
And to the phones we go. Line 3, Jane in New Jersey. Jane, what's on your mind?
Hey, Dominic, how are you? Real quick, do you think Kamala Harris picked Tim Walz because they knew what was going on up in Minnesota?
No.
She could have picked anyone else.
That would have made.
Think so?
What I really think, Jane, is she wanted someone. Can I be honest with you? Completely honest with you? I think she wanted someone that was dumber than her and someone that would not outshine her. That's what I honestly think. That's why she didn't go with the governor of Pennsylvania. I mean, I understand the argument about the Jewish aspect. I don't buy it. I think she would have did much better going with him. But I really believe that she wanted someone that wasn't considered smarter than her and someone that would not outshine her. What do you think, Jane?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They're both dumb, so it's really hard to compare dumb or dumber.
Yeah, Governor Dum Dum.
One last
Kamala. Go ahead, Jane.
One last thing. I sent you an email with the miracle on Mulberry Street. To Kill a Donkey. It's a Christmas song, and I wish you would watch it. It is really catchy, and my friend, her son, wrote the lyrics.
Well, I don't recall the email, Jane. I receive a lot of emails from, I know that everybody thinks that they're the only email saying, look at this YouTube video, but here's a little secret, Jane. Everybody that emails me with a YouTube video, and I can't look at them all. So, you know, I don't recall.
Oh, no, I understand.
I don't recall an email, but I will go back and take a look. I will go back because I try to respond to everything.
It's under Muhammad Ali.
Okay, I remember that name, but I got to tell you, Jane. So just today alone, I've received 7 emails or texts with YouTube videos, and I just there's not enough time in the day to look at. Everybody thinks that theirs is clever, and that's the one that I want to take a look at. But when you're receiving the large amount that I am, it's very hard to take a look at them. Thank you for the wonderful call. Let's go to Carla in Rhode Island. Is it Carla in Rhode Island, line 5?
It's Carlotta.
Carlotta, that's what I thought. That's what I thought, Carlotta. How are you?
Holidays. Oh, okay, this is a call about 2 wives. Yours is such a lovely woman.
You got me a little nervous there, Carlotta. Go ahead.
No. She was so lovely, and you could see she really did it just to share and support people. It wasn't something that she really wanted to do.
To be honest, wait, I'm going to let you come back to the other one. To be honest with you, she didn't want to do it. She did it out of her kindness to me. My wife is a very, very private person. She doesn't enjoy the public part of it. That's me. I want to have her back soon, but I got to convince her to do it. She's very good at doing it. She speaks from the heart. She's just not public. She's an educator, and she doesn't enjoy that part of my life. But go right ahead. The other one you want to refer to?
True, that she was a private person doing a public good. And the other wife I want to talk about is, I forget the name, but the mayor before Adams, Charlene,
de Blasio,
$1 billion.
I don't know about that. A certain host was big on that. I don't know about that, to be honest with you. The money, she never took the money. She couldn't account for the money in terms of the city dollars. I've never been comfortable with that story, to be honest with you. Ever. Because if $1 billion was missing, or $800 million, the feds would have been on her like white on rice, if you will. And a certain host pushed that, and frankly, I don't think he knows what he's talking about, to be honest with you. That's just the way that I see it. I could be wrong. Maybe the prosecutors will come up with something else, but I want to thank you for the wonderful call. Folks, we will continue with your calls. Dominic Carter here with you, 800-848-9222. Again, the number to reach me. You can also reach out on Twitter at Dominic TV. I'm going to take a look at that in just a second. As a matter of fact, Valeria sent something that's very interesting that I'll share with you folks when we come back. Again, the number to reach us, 800-848-9222.
The Dominic Carter Show, entertaining and informative on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
And we are back, returning to your telephone calls in just a moment. But first, the young man that has revealed so much to the American people, Nick Shirley, and at one point, some of the men in the Somalian community, they were following him around as per his documentary.
Now we're being followed by the Somalis. This is another daycare center, absolutely no signage, and there's no footprints in the snow of children playing outside. $5 million within the past 2
million in 2 years. 5.9 million they received in 2 years. That facility right there.
And now we have a group of Somalis telling us in our vehicle right now.
From this daycare center, we headed over to the infamous Quality Learning Center, which actually spells Quality Leering Center on the outside of their sign. That's how blatant this fraud is here at this daycare.
Don't open up!
So this is Quality Leering Center. I meant to say Quality Learning Center.
Don't open up!
They said they spelled learning wrong.
Don't open up!
How do you have ice here, ma'am? I'm literally a YouTuber.
Don't open up!
Ma'am, what do you think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
Don't open up! We have ice!
Ma'am, what do you think about this place being licensed for 99 children?
Don't open up!
And getting $4 million over the...
Don't open up! It's ice!
$4 million in the last 2 years?
Go away!
What do you think about that? Are you in favor?
Away!
Are you in favor of that?
Go away!
You know
You're not welcome here. Shame on you.
Are you in favor of $1.9 million going illegally?
Open up!
fraudulently to this business that has quality learning center but can't even spell learning right on the door.
Don't open up!
Ma'am, we are not ICE.
I don't care who you are, you don't belong here.
I belong here just like you belong here.
Don't open up! It's ICE!
You do realize that there's supposed to be 99 children in here at this building, but there's no one here. This is a child daycare center.
Says 99 children. Paid $1.9 million this year in CCAP funding. Do you know where the children are? Were they kidnapped? They run away? Where are the children? This is state of Minnesota. Right here.
And who are you?
My name's Nick Shirley, ma'am.
And who are you with?
Nick Shirley. Nick Shirley on YouTube.
Yeah, so who are you with here?
Oh, he's just been doing some research investigating the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm with Nick Shirley.
This lady, she's calling us ICE. We're just trying to put law and order back in the streets of the United States. Get rid of all the fraud.
Wow. So the woman that's harassing them, believing that they're ICE, did you catch when she said to two Americans, "You don't belong here"? Miss, you got it wrong. It's the folks from Somalia that don't belong here, not the two Americans that have a right to question where taxpayer dollars are going. Dominic Carter here with you, 800-848-9222. I'm going to go to line 4, Sandra in New Jersey. Sandra, I am annoyed at you. Why didn't you tell me that me and you should have opened 4 or 5 daycare centers in Minnesota?
Oh my God! Why didn't I? don't know why. we could
have got us a Somalian as a front, but see, we're too honest.
We don't do bad things.
Right?
Like
we would have serviced the community. Right. We would have been the two fools going broke to make sure that the children were taken care of, as opposed to this con artist. What's going on today, Sandra?
Well, I just wanted to tell you something cheerful today, a little something nice. You and I are now both cat people, right? You have Beyonce and I have Hunter. Well, I learned today that there's a cat just turning 30. Her name is Flossie, and another cat named Cream Puff lived to be 38. So here's my thinking, Dominic.
Okay.
It made me think of the self-fulfilling prophecy for all of us in our lives and the animal lives. Like, if we assume cats are going to only live a certain time, maybe that's what's going to happen. But if we realize that cats can live much longer, like these two guys did, maybe that changes everything. So I'm officially raising my expectations for Beyonce and Hunter.
So I think Beyonce is, like 15, and how old is Hunter?
I would think about 13 or 12.
Well, Beyonce, because he was scratching his stomach with his nails, he's on some antibiotics or steroids, and he's eating me out of house and home with all the food. How about your cat?
My cat, I have to push him to eat. I do dances around him to get him to eat food. But he does eat, but he's very picky. He'll smell it. If he doesn't like it, he walks. You know how many things I return to PetSmart? They're so nice to me because my cat didn't like it. Oh, my God.
Really?
Yeah, I'm telling you, they're nice to me over there. My daughter gets angry at me for doing that, but I can't. It's just every time I open up a can, he doesn't like it. What am I supposed to throw it away? Do I bring it back? Sometimes, not all the time. And then I know they have cats there that they're selling. Maybe they could use the food. I don't know.
Well, my cat is very finicky, and we have to give him the same things over and over, because if you give him something different, first of all, we have him in the feeding machine where it's automated, because I don't have the patience to stand there, feeding him. And every now and then when he hears me in the kitchen when I'm in home, Sandra, he comes in and shakes me down for food. And then I got to give him either a liquid treat or some more of his food, and then he eats. But cats are very guarded when they're eating. He'll look around, and if anything goes left, he runs away from the food, and he'll come back later. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a survival thing with cats. But so Sandra, so you blew off my idea of the daycare centers in Minnesota, and you're saying if we think that our cats can live longer than what they should.
Yeah, they will. And I'll give you another example. Rose Giron. She's the oldest known Holocaust survivor. She died at age 13. So if she can live that long, so can we. But we have to have that mindset. We have to say, what's this with the, this is when they tell us we're going to go. It doesn't have to be like that, Dominic. If you just don't think about it and you just go on with your life, do your passions, and just be happy, you could live as long as Rose Garone. She's the oldest known Holocaust survivor. Died at last year she died in April, and I have her picture right here in front of me, and I can't get over her. So, if we change our thinking, the self-fulfilling prophecy, and we reset the way we think, our attitude can change, and then I think longevity can set in.
Okay, so if I think that I'm 6'5", debonair, and then No. It's not going to work for that. No. No, it won't work for that. Well, I tried. Well, Sandra, thank you for the lovely call. Always great chatting with you. So Sandra talking cats, I'm talking money, Minnesota, and Sandra's talking positive about cats. I'm looking at my Twitter at my ex, and the lovely Liz Rosenblatt says that she is in the city. Oh boy. Touristing now, with my daughter and granddaughter. Oh, that's fantastic. My last hurrah until Mom Donnie takes over the city. Folks, think about this. In about 30 hours, every major decision goes through Mom Donnie. We still don't know anything about his wife. I got a funny feeling she hates America. Coming into work, I passed Gracie Mansion. That's where he will live in about 30 hours from now. Midnight, sworn in by Attorney General Letitia James. And then Thursday afternoon, the big ceremony in public. Let's go to Sonia, New Jersey, line 5. Sonia, what's on your mind? Sonia.
Question. Number one, is Montavi going to swear in on a Bible or on the Quran?
I don't know, to be honest with you, but he would have to be the biggest fool on earth to be sworn in using a Quran. What do you think is going to happen?
I don't know. That's why I'm calling in to ask you the question.
Right. He's too smooth for that. He doesn't operate like that. He smiles in your face while the hatred and the anti-Semitism comes behind your back. He's too smooth for that. Who knows? I don't see. Go ahead.
He's going to put his hand on a Bible? Honest?
I would imagine so. I don't know the answer to that question, Sonia, but again, as a politician, he would be a fool to be sworn in using a Quran, but who knows? He's kind of bold with his nonsense.
Holy smokes.
But we'll see. Sonia, thank you for your
question, ain't it?
Well, it's a question I've been asked a million times, but we'll see what happens. Let's see here. Let's go to Chris in Chatham, line 2. What's on your mind, Chris?
Hey, Dominic, how are you?
Good. Go right ahead, please.
Hey, quick question for you. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad can things get under Mom Dami? That's 1. And number 2, last week you were talking about maybe getting back out on the court with Carmelo to win a national championship for Syracuse. Well, let me ask you this. Would you ever consider shaking the dust off that Cy Newhouse degree you got and telling owner-operator John Catsimatidis that in addition to your talk shows, you want to go down and cover Mom Dami in his press conferences?
Chris, those are old school on him. Yeah, those are great questions. But Mom Dami's not ready for me, and neither is the City Hall press corps. Because what you have now is the generation of internet writers, and they want to be cool. They want to be hip. They don't want to be called names. They don't want to be called Islamophobic. I would start out that way, and I wouldn't care what he called me. So those days are gone for me.
He couldn't survive an interview with you, Dominic.
No, there's no way. He's not that slick. I would eat him up for breakfast. I'm telling you what I know for a fact. As a fact. Here's the truth. Hillary had a hard time hanging in there with me. I would eat Mom Donnie for breakfast. because he would come.
Sell that. This could be a pay-per-view event.
Because he would come in with that smile, and I would come in with a smile as well. And then I would start to dissect him immediately. And it would all be done in a very professional way. I wouldn't let him go on forever. I would let him answer the questions, but I would eat him for breakfast. So I don't, because one, they have these new rules now, Chris, with this new generation of journalists. After me, Gabe Pressman, Marsha is still around, but that generation, they have this new system of only on topic questions. So if the mayor only feels like answering questions about New Orleans, you can only ask about New Orleans. If the mayor only wants to talk about housing, you can only, no. I don't get down like that. I don't play like that. I'm going to ask you whatever I feel. Your press secretary is not going to know. And I say this all the time. Ask Giuliani. Ask his team, how I rolled. You're not going to know the questions. Ask Dinkins. Ask Ed Koch. Ed Koch, and towards the end of his life, we became very good friends where he would invite me, over to his residence, and he was a cool dude. And, I always thought I was popular, Chris, going around New York. You're not popular until you walk around New York City with Ed Koch. Oh my God. This man was known everywhere we went. And, there was some question over his rent stabilized apartment. It was a very nice apartment, going there, to visit him there. We got to be really, really, cool with each other. Me, him, Al D'Amato, boy, one day if I could tell the stories about doing the Wise Guys on New York One, how they would gang up on Mark Green every single week. How, when, if D'Amato wasn't feeling you, and this would happen often, and thank you for the call, Chris. If D'Amato wasn't feeling you and you walked out to go on after him, God help you, because D'Amato was going to tell you whatever was on his mind. And I don't kiss and tell. So I'm just giving you a little bit. And Ed Koch would say, Al, calm down. And D'Amato, just like a sailor, a mile a minute. Now we're in a 1 minute commercial break. Makeup is trying to get the next guest ready into seat. They're trying to put a mic on the guest. And D'Amato, if D'Amato, he was always my guy. If D'Amato's with you, he's with you to the end. But boy, those were some interesting times. And so I don't think this new press corps, I don't think they're ready for a guy like me. So I don't think I would enjoy it, because I would crush Mamdani on a daily basis. Literally. Trust me when I tell you, folks. Time for a break. We are coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show. Entertaining and informative. On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
And the Tunnel to Towers Foundation final thoughts. I'm going full circle. The more I think about this, the angrier I get. Hassan Piker, the far left. I'm talking about two social media influencers, titans, if you will. Hassan Piker on the far left. Clown, who do you think you are? You put a collar around your dog's neck and shocked the dog. You said America deserved 9/11. You criticized America while you were in China, and you are criticizing Nick Shirley because Nick Shirley goes to Minnesota and does the right thing. Journalism is not always in a neat box. Hassan Piker. So now Hassan Piker and Nick Shirley are battling with each other because Nick Shirley says, basically, Hassan Piker, how dare you criticize me? You're part of the do nothing crowd. And this is what the left is doing. Oh, what was Nick Shirley doing going into daycare centers? Newsflash. He didn't go into daycare centers. He went to the door. In journalism, you can't always do everything by the book. Good journalism means, Hassan Piker, you wouldn't know anything about this. Mr. Mamdani's guy, his right-hand man. Good journalism means sometimes you have to violate the rules for the better good of society. How dare you try and get in on this young man's a day in the sun, if you will, for the great job that he did while you're just sitting around criticizing. Who do you think you are, Hassan Piker? I know Mamdani thinks that the sun rises upon you, but guess what? It doesn't. And in this case, Nick Shirley did an American great job, an independent journalist that exposed $9 billion in empty daycare corruption. Hassan Piker, what have you exposed? Nada. Let's go back to your telephone calls. John, line 2 in New Jersey. John, what's on your mind?
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Go right ahead, please.
By the way, Dominic, I love your transparency the other day with you and your wife coming on the show.
Well, thank you.
Love the show.
Thank you, John.
I just really love it, man. Who you are and you're open. This whole thing with Floyd. I'm a retired sergeant with the state police in New Jersey.
Thank you for your service.
The whole thing with Floyd got me digging.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So, because they wanted to pardon Chauvin, right? There was a thing going around to pardon him. Well, I looked back into his history before Floyd, and Floyd is no angel.
Absolutely
right?
No angel.
He had an incident in 2019. It was a traffic stop. The lady's name was Patricia Day.
The pregnant woman?
And yeah, he wound up with a neck on her knee, and they got sued for $600,000.
Yeah, no, I don't mean to speak ill of the dead. He's not somebody I want my daughter to bring home. As a matter of fact, my daughter would be disowned if she walked through the door with someone. I don't even think my daughter would do that. I was going to say something I shouldn't say. I don't think my dog would walk through the door with somebody like George Floyd. You know, holding this guy.
I hope she wouldn't.
They ruined Chauvin's life over this low life. I'm sorry, George Floyd. It is what it is, John. I'm sorry.
He also had 18 prior complaints against him for use of force. So I was going to sign the petition to pardon, but I worked, believe me, I was a supervisor, right?
Okay.
I worked, and I saw cops that shouldn't be cops. I'm back to blue 100%.
Okay.
But there are some cops, like when you have 18 prior complaints against you, plus a lawsuit, something's not right.
Okay, well, I hear you, and thank you for the call. I respect what you're saying, but I really believe, John, that Chauvin got a raw deal. He was railroaded, and again, from the Attorney General, Keith Ellison of Minnesota, left no stone unturned when it came to going after Chauvin, but when it comes to the Somalian community and $9 billion, corruption? What corruption? I don't see any corruption. Well, Attorney General, shouldn't you be? No, we shouldn't investigate. They're good people. They're good people. I don't think so. I think I'm going to regret taking this call, but I'm going to do it. Russ, line 5. What's on your mind, Russ?
Oh, hi, Dominic. I do think that Nick Slippery was storming daycare centers. I wonder how many he did before he got a couple that were...
So out of all that he exposed, you want to focus on him going through daycare centers. That's the point to you.
Well, I wonder how many children he terrorized where there were actually children in the daycare centers. I mean, he's 23 years old. And, you had a certain host referred to a certain...
Dominic is done with you.
I'm sorry, Russ. I can't take it. I can't do it. My head is about to explode listening to what you're saying. You want to focus on this young man knocking on the door of a daycare center, but you don't want to focus on the $9 billion stolen by these Somalian pirates that shouldn't even be here in America. That is the real deal. Folks, go to T2T.com and help them out.
Thanks for listening to The Dominic Carter Show. You can hear The Dominic Carter Show weekdays at 3 p.m. and Mondays through Thursday at midnight and Sunday starting at 11 p.m. on 77 WABC. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?
Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.